Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Demilade. I'm an intern at Softcitizens Group, and my job today is to expose you to the risks involved in competitive intelligence, primarily how a company called Byteware Tech Limited stole every single confidential information from Quantum Tech Limited. Listen, first, Byteware Tech Limited has in its employ an ethical hacker by the name of David. He was tasked with the responsibility of hacking into Quantum Tech Limited and retrieving all confidential information on their network. So, how did David do this? David engaged in a tactic called footprinting and reconnaissance. Footprinting and reconnaissance. Now, what is footprinting and reconnaissance exactly? This is a process where an attacker goes through the social media profile of a target company. And what is he looking for exactly? He's looking for vital information such as the names of the employees, the roles of those employees, and also any other information that can give him any sort of inroad into the company. One fateful day, while going through Quantum Tech's LinkedIn profile, David stumbled upon the profile of a young lady named Lara Olatunji. And on her profile, it shows that Lara Olatunji is actually a system administrator at Quantum Tech. David proceeds to send her a connection request, which she accepted. Under the guise of also being a system administrator at his own company, David develops a seemingly innocent rapport with her. Just after about 2 weeks of chatting back and forth and even a little bit of that boyish flirt, David convinced Lara to come over for a seemingly innocent dinner date. But we all know that David had a mission. Now, during this dinner, the matter of security profiles came up in what was a casual conversation. Now, what is a security profile? A security profile of a company refers to an assessment and documentation of measures and protocols put in place to protect the digital assets, the data, the physical infrastructure, and overall operations from various security threats and risks. Now, during their conversation, Lara mistakenly, please note the word mistakenly, revealed a vulnerability in the USB output ports of their computers at Quantum Tech. A major mistake on Lara's part, if you ask me. And the cost of that mistake would be huge because David had just gotten exactly what he needs. He had gotten the gold mine of how he was going to go about his operation. Now, David goes back to the drawing board. He goes back to the footprinting and reconnaissance process and locates the profile of another employee who happens to be a janitor. And what does the janitor do? Basically, he mops the floors and cleans the facilities, and he earns a very meager sum. Now, David decides to chat him up and offers him a huge sum of 100,000 naira to do a seemingly mundane task. And what was this task? Just to plug an ordinary USB into any computer at Quantum Tech. Now, what you need to know about this USB is that it's no ordinary USB. This USB is actually a data siphon USB. And what is that? It is a data theft tool which, as you can hear from its name, is a malicious device used to transfer data covertly without the user's knowledge or consent. Now, this janitor, none the wiser, plugs that USB into the first computer he sees at the office. And this is where a major breach into the company, playing on the vulnerability of the security profile, started. The data siphon USB basically grabbed every single piece of data it could from the public folders at Quantum Tech's network. And that's exactly how Byteware Tech laid hands on confidential information of Quantum Tech. Now, just with every story, there are lessons to be learned. Number one, the way of footprinting and reconnaissance. Do not just accept any friend request or any connection request that you receive online, because there might be someone you have accepted that has ulterior motives for connecting with you, and this might be a major issue going forward, right? Number two, as as an IT professional, it is important to always keep your USB ports protected and safe, because as we have seen from this story, or as we've heard from this story, it can lead to data infiltration of any kind if they are not protected and kept well. Thank you, and I hope you have learned something today.